This is the Dr. Pepper Rivalry Series, unrivaled competition.
Oklahoma coach Bob Stoops is remarkably calm as he prepares for Bedlam, but why not? His Sooners have won 7 straight over arch rival Oklahoma State and coach Mike Gundy. But Gundy and the Cowboys are enjoying their greatest regular season in history. 10 wins already. Pistol Pete is armed and loaded. This is Bedlam. This one counts. It's next. Welcome to Saturday Night Football, presented by Southwest Airlines. You are looking live at Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater, where the Cowboys host Oklahoma in the latest edition of the Bedlam Series. And folks, the stakes could not be any higher. Already Nebraska has wrapped up the Big 12 North. Who will play them in Dallas next week? If Oklahoma State wins, they will clinch the South for the first time. But if OU wins for the 8th straight time, we got a 3-way tie, and we'll turn it over to the BCS boys. Welcome, everybody. It's the lull before the storm. Bedlam is coming up next from Stillwater. Stay tuned for John Saunders. Just your basic neighborhood rivalry here in the Sooner State. Oklahoma down in Norman. 81 miles separates Norman from Stillwater. And Coach Mike Gundy's with the third member of our team, Aaron Andrews. Let's go to Aaron.
All right.
An edge to the Cowboys here, folks, overall. Their all-time record scorer, Dan Bailey, handles the field goals, and Quinn Sharp, their outstanding punter, will kick it away. And that is Troy Franks, the freshman, back deep for the Sooners. So settle in, everybody. Here comes Bedlam. Like I said, strong legs are being, so here come the Sooner weapons.
This is the key tonight, I think, for Oklahoma, is to be able to stay on the field with Oklahoma State's firepower. Landry Jones, we talked about him in the open. DeMarco Murray, who's just as dangerous catching the ball as he is running out of the backfield. And Ryan Broyles, what a year. Over 100 yards this year, or 100 receptions.
There's 3rd and 4. Murray and the sensational freshman Finch step in.
Here's that new diamond formation they used quite a bit last week against Baylor. Very successful in the red zone and short yardage.
Now they took it from Holgerson. He's the one who designed it up here at Oklahoma State. They hand to Murray, and he picks up a first down to daylight. Just inside the 35-yard line. And Bill Young's defense not able to hold up. Blatnick finally gets back for the tackle.
Look at the blocks by the backs to lead the way. Millard picks up one block. Then the true freshman Finch picks up another one right there. And that's actually what got Murray loose.
Across the 35-yard line. Nebraska awaits the winner next week in Dallas for the Big 12 championship. The last Big 12 championship game, because remember, Nebraska moving to the Big Ten. Colorado goes out to the Pac-10. Oklahoma State has never played in that game, and a win here will put them there. Their only loss this year at the hands of Nebraska. Oklahoma and Nebraska, ancient rivals, did not meet during the regular season. So whoever makes it to Dallas, it shapes up as a dandy next Saturday night in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Here from that diamond again. Landry Jones with great time. Here's Broyles, and Broyles on a tightrope on that far sideline is out of bounds, but they're into the red zone.
And here's the diamond formation. They've been showing a lot of runs the last couple of weeks. This time, I think they catch Oklahoma State off guard, a little bit of play action, and you cannot lose Ryan Broyles, but the diamond formation sets up the big play.
In the 10 quickly, it's DeMarco Murray, and Murray picks up a couple of yards. Gent makes a stop. just outside the 6-yard line. Landry checks over to the Sooners sideline, and now Moses Madu comes into that backfield. He'll work alongside. He'll slip out now as a receiver. Roy Finch, number 22, will go back in that tailback spot as they readjust after looking at the defense. Reed, touchdown! Millard, the fullback, as they reset the formation, they were not expecting the fullback to carry, and the Sooners strike first.
Brent Lemon actually follows Finch. See how he follows him, and it opens it up right up the middle by Lemon taking himself out of the play, following Millard. It opened it up right up the middle.
Joseph Randall, who's a fine receiver, he'll flare now. Wheaton will still go downfield, deflected, incomplete, picked off on the deflection that time by Quentin Carter, and that's the 11th interception of the year. Credit the freshman Tony Jefferson with deflecting that ball.
What an athletic play by Tony Jefferson. Carter gets the attention, but it is all Tony Jefferson sitting back in the zone, actually starts to go towards the flat, sees the football, and does a great job of just bouncing back to the inside, getting his right hand on the ball, and that's what you practice every day, the tip drill. Carter easily is able to come up with that. And another big turn of events here with a turnover.
It's intense, crazy. It's going to be electric. All fans hate their fans. There's nothing like it. There's a lot of red and a lot of orange in the state, and everybody loves college football. You know, around here, you're the crimson or, you know, you're that ugly orange. It's a different year, and everything can happen. You know, you never know what's going to happen. That's why I call it Bedlam.
And Bedlam it is in Stillwater here, with Oklahoma leading 7-3. They have won the last 7. And the winner of the South will play Nebraska next week in Dallas for the final Big 12 championship. First down and 10. Landry Jones and the Sooners. DeMarco Murray to the 13-yard line before he is brought down.
You know, it's DeMarco Murray, already his 10th touch in this football game. You can kind of sense right now that they're starting to realize that DeMarco Murray, if you can get him a little bit of a seam and a chance to be able to make some moves, he can do some damage against this Cowboys defense.
Over 6,000 all-purpose yards, coming again, picking up another one. Lewis makes the stop, but of course he broke Steve Owens' 41-year-old touchdown record earlier in the year, and now he goes after a shoe. We've got a flag also on this play.
It was funny before. This is leading up to the next play. I mean, he's trying to get his shoe on. This is from the previous carry, and eventually the play's being called. He's about to get another handoff. He doesn't have his left shoe on, and he could not. It's one thing. That's one way to slow him down. He can't get that shoe on. Better off running without it.
And the Cowboys are being penalized to the 6-yard line. Gent drew the flag that time. Here's Murray over on the sideline. It means that Roy Finch has replaced him as the running back. And of course they have already scored on the ground once tonight. Gent coming up to make the stop on Millard. Not only has Millard scored a touchdown, Herbie, but on that one lead play of Murray that you showed, he threw another key block on the outside, and they come right back with Finch. Trip, battling, and back to the 2-yard line.
Well, Finch gives you everything that he has, and again, he's a great compliment because DeMarco Murray's more of a glider. Great vision, great patience, more of a zone blocking type of back. And with Roy Finch, even though he's undersized at 5'8", 180, he's not hesitating. He gets his hands on the football, and he is bursting up inside the line and trying to fight for yards.
Murray back on the field. Terrific receiver. Goes out to the left side. Touchdown. Oklahoma scores in the air, and it is Broyles, member of the Big Three, Ryan Broyles, his 13th touchdown of the season.
And these variety of formations right now giving Bill Young and Oklahoma State fits. This is a matchup that Landry Jones and Oklahoma will take every single time. One of the top receivers in the country matched up against a bigger safety in Martin at 6'1", about 205 pounds. Pitch and catch.
Didn't practice until Thursday and Friday. And like in my interview with Mike Gundy, they didn't know what to expect from him. Right now he's trying to walk off the paint on the sidelines.
Hunter is in the game. Throwing, and it's picked off. Picked off again by Quentin Carter. And Whedon was being pressured by the Sooner defense. Austin Box, a middle linebacker, came free on him, and now he's hurt.
Brent, this is a change-up by Brent Venables. They're typically a 4-3 team. Now they go to 3 down linemen. They walk up 2 outside linebackers. Here's Lewis. Carter eventually disguising and gets free, but it's a change-up. It's a different look. Caused enough confusion. Box comes in free, and it forced Whedon to just get rid of the football. Again, another change-up here by the Sooners, catching Oklahoma State off guard. Poorly thrown ball, and they...
Checks in for the Sooners. Outstanding receiver. Landry Jones looks away. Picked off. That's a pick 6, folks. Sean Lewis, the freshman linebacker. Touchdown.
Be able to corral Oklahoma's ball carriers when they get set up in that formation.
Looking in Broyles' direction. Comes back underneath. And that time he hit number 6 coming out, and that is Cameron Kinney, the senior. So they put the veteran in instead of the freshman right there, and they go to the senior.
And this time the soft coverage making it easy. It's one of the few times we've seen an air like that from Oklahoma State. They brought pressure, and the corner that time was way backed off of Kinney, and it made it very, very simple for Landry Jones to read him, identify him, and make the throw.
Play action, Murray, throw middle, and Kinney's got it for the score. Second touchdown pass for Landry Jones here tonight. Cameron Kinney hangs on to the ball.
What a great job, not just getting it to Kinney, but right there, the safety, Thomas, who was in the throwing lane. Landry Jones had this a great look at it. Watch him throw it over top of the safety. Perfectly timed up football. And how about
Oklahoma with 2 timeouts remaining. Landry Jones is in trouble and throws this one. Deflected, intercepted if he was in the air. He was past the out-of-bounds line, but he may have been in the air. And Sean Lewis, who scored on a 52-yard pick 6, may have his second interception of the night. Take a look at this one, Herbie.
Unbelievable effort here. This is something you do when you're clowning around playing in the backyard. Brown goes airborne, and I don't think he stepped out of bounds. How about the awareness by Lewis? Lewis does a good job. No, that is a clean play by Brown. Goes up over the out-of-bounds line, knocks the ball right to his defender. Intentionally done. Outstanding play by Broderick Brown.
I want to see that one on Sports at Oklahoma by some fluke, the computers or whatever. Then it would go to head-to-head. And here's a play fake by Whedon. Whedon's guy's got Blackman open. Blackman at the 10-yard line. He got him open. The safety was just a touch late, getting over the top to help out that time.
One-on-one coverage, and Blackman just goes gets right behind Hurst. And you're right, Carter just a little bit late getting over to help out Hurst, but Hurst didn't do anything to slow Blackman down at the line of scrimmage. He went right.
Smith has checked in as the running back, and he'll get called. Touchdown! Off the bench, it is Jeremy Smith, the redshirt. You didn't run the clock out. They just came right back down the field. We can't get 7. We're going to get 3 out of this here late. Landry Jones across the 30 to the 29-yard. Number 6 has been the go-to man coming in off the bench when the freshman started to drop the football. And here's 3rd and 5
Didn't use the timeout there, Brent.
Middle, and that is Hanna. So they come back to him when they saw how wide open he was. What a great sequence here in the last minute.
Yeah.
From the right hash. For the 7-point lead. Slides it through 29 yards. Impressive as time runs out here in the first half. The underdog Sooners lead it by 7. Lethal this year. 94% the Cowboys have scored in the red zone. 36 touchdowns out of 54 trips. The rest field goals. Fake the draw. Wheaton down the middle. Touchdown, Josh Cooper. A very patient Brandon Wheaton standing tall in that pocket and delivers the scoring strike. 31-yarder, his longest attempt of the night. Dead perfect. Big 12 South. Nebraska awaits the survivor. Oklahoma State's never been to the championship game.
Yeah, and this is probably the closest they've been, and great chance here still because of the way their defense has stepped up here and given themselves a chance. Still only down 1 possession, down 6 points. But it's interesting. You look at all these years, and Oklahoma State never has had that chance to represent the Big 12 South.
Speaking of defense, the Sooners have done a splendid job of keeping the Cowboys under control. Remember now, the Cowboys came in averaging 45 points a game, and there's a deflection and a dive for the interception. Box. The 3rd interception of the night, and it was deflected by Rennell Lewis.
Brent, it's a zone blitz where they brought pressure with the linebackers and then dropped the defensive lineman. Great job by Lewis getting the hands up in the air. And I'll tell you, that was an instinctive play by Austin Box, who was coming in on a blitz. Then he jumps up into the air. Then he sees the ball and has the ability to...
Got it. Stays perfect tonight. 5:53, and it could be 2 old rivals, Oklahoma and Nebraska, meeting next week in Dallas. We'll see. Play action. Strike. Touchdown, Blackman. What a beautiful throw by Brandon Wheaton. And he, too, is a little gimpy here tonight. But they're hanging in. They've given themselves a chance with plenty of time.
In the return, holding number 25 of the return team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
So a big mistake on the return. The crowd, many of the students are down in this end zone. Landry Jones has thrown it 59 times tonight. Finch and Madu are in. DeMarco Murray injured, still on the sideline. Madu swings wide, can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Andrew McGee comes up on that corner spot.
Was Andrew McGee having a night tonight for the Oklahoma State Cowboys, a senior. And I think Kevin Wilson, the offensive coordinator from Oklahoma, with so much time still to go in this game, you have to be careful of getting too conservative against Oklahoma State at this point.
They can't give him even a sniff with the leg that they've got for a field goal kicker. 2nd down and 12. Play action by Landry. Gonna come deep. Juggle, incomplete. No question about it. Broyles the intended target. Some of the fellows who were behind that play thought that it was intercepted after the juggle.
Well, it goes off of Brown. Look at Johnny Thomas, who comes in late. The ball hits the ground, but tremendous effort there. But Brown, again, both the corners, McGee on one side, Brown on the other, having a pretty good night tonight, spotting the ball and making a play on him.
Just a huge 3rd and 12.
Right in front of that student section.
Fires for the first down. Got it. Cameron Kinney in a foot race. 40, 30, 20. Cuts for the end zone and puts it away for the Sooners. Oh, my. What a play. 86 yards when they had him backed up in 3rd and long. We thought the freshman had the speed, but did you see Kinney turn on the afterburners? Stunned on the Oklahoma State sideline, and they're great fans.
Brent, 3rd and 12, and Landry Jones delivers a strike. I'm with you. I didn't know Kinney had that kind of acceleration after the catch.
I thought they'd catch him for sure. He'd be down around the 20-yard line, and he just accelerated away. What a performance by Cameron here tonight.
Interesting on the left hash for the extra point. I think Broyles sets this up perfectly. He's on the inside, which is going to draw some attention. Kenny's down here. He's going to come here and come across the middle. But watch the time that Landry Jones has on 3rd and 12. Plenty of time. It's almost as if Kenny is isolated one-on-one, and then the acceleration and just running away from Broderick Brown and getting into the end zone. But 3rd down and 12, they rush 4. How about the job the offensive line does in holding up and giving Landry Jones the time that he needed for the play to develop, and then he throws an absolute laser right to Cameron Kinney, who stepped up in a big way tonight for the Oklahoma offense.
Now, this is a young man who transferred from a junior college, and he was timed at 4.48 in the 40. Down in Georgia, where he grew up, he played only 1 year of high school football at Dacula High School. Then he went to JC, and he was the number 17th overall JUCO player in the nation. First team all Jayhawk Conference back in 2008 as a receiver, returner, and folks, hang on, punter. We're talking about a big-time all-around athlete in Cameron Kinney here tonight. And what a play for the ages for the Sooners in the Bedlam series. Fielded on the run by Gilbert. Now he's got daylight. He's got great speed. Look out. He's going to take it to the house, baby. Put 6 on the board. What a football game. Oh, brother. Jones to throw. Complete. A wide open's Hannah. Now he's in a foot race for the end zone, and he'll score. Wow. A 76-yard touchdown.
This is one of the best calls of the year in all of college football here by Kevin Wilson. Everybody expecting Oklahoma to run the football, to work clock, force Mike Gundy to use his timeouts, and instead, on 2nd down, not 3rd down, 2nd down, the aggressive nature of Bob Stoops and Kevin Wilson once again prevails for the Oklahoma Sooners. That's guts.
Just an amazing touchdown eruption here late. Oklahoma has now scored on its last 5 possessions. We talked about the 3 field goals, but how about these 2 long touchdowns, including this one to Hannah?
Here's Hannah right here. Everybody expecting the run right here, right? Watch the defense. 11 guys up close to the line of scrimmage. And here is Hanna, and he's going to just get right behind coverage. Good job of Jones being patient. Sometimes that's the toughest throw to make for a quarterback when a receiver gets behind coverage and he's all alone. But Jones has really caught fire here the last two series. That time he puts it right on the money to Hanna for the touchdown.
And Herbie, I'm sure you saw what a great scheme. They ran somebody to the sideline to occupy McGee to clear him out.
Yep.
Then they got him free, or up for the Sooners. Puts it up high in the air, and it is fielded by you-know-who, Mr. Broyles. Number 85, their ace receiver, and if you were going to kick it in the direction of somebody, he might be the last one you'd kick it at.
And look, it's right in the middle. I mean, it's like he was kicked to him.
The victory formation at hand. It is now 8 in a row for Bob Stoops and the Sooners over Oklahoma State. Bob coming across the way. He and Mike Gundy are very good friends, of course. Mike Gundy's brother Cale is a coach on Stoops' staff, recruiting coordinator, works with the running backs. Bob is now making his way, and there is coach. So Oklahoma State goes to 10-2. They'll still get a good bowl bid this year. On Ohio, boys. Coming up, huh? Well, we had 88 points. We hope you enjoyed every one of them. Next Saturday on ABC's Saturday Night Football, 8 Eastern, Dallas. Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship. One more for the ages, perhaps. Nebraska, and will it be Oklahoma? We'll find out for sure tomorrow night. We thank all of you for watching ESPN on ABC. Now we take you to Times Square for the Ford Wrap-Up with